Welcome to the Publis. This is James.
I'm Adam.
And we got a lot to talk about. I say that every fucking week, and sometimes it's true, sometimes it's not. But today we actually do have a lot to talk about. One of the things I promised everybody of something that happened, I guaranteed it, and I was right. Mm-hmm. I think it was about a day or two after we shot our last show.
Yeah.
Bryce Harper was signed.
Yep.
Bryce Harper has a new home, and it's in Philadelphia. It's on the Phillies. What do you think about this signing of Bryce Harper?
I think
the best.
I think it's for the Phillies. It's incredibly risky giving him a 13-year contract.
I agree.
All guarantees, no opt-outs, no trade clause each year.
Nothing.
It's incredibly risky. I mean, my whole thinking about this is, I thought if he went to a team kind of like Dodgers, Cubs, Astros, that are surrounded by other top stars, top players,
yeah,
it would be a good situation because he go win, get his money. But on the Phillies,
they have a lot of young talent.
They do.
They have a lot of
that. Reminds me
of
the Nationals, where he just came from and struggled to win for years, and where they had a lot of young talent, they had a lot of young pitchers, a lot of young position players. When he got there, Jason Worth was still young.
Yeah.
Like a younger, upcoming player. Like,
no, I agree.
It's just, he's a great player.
13 years is a long time.
Yeah, 13 years is a long time.
Where were you 13 years ago?
I don't remember.
I was 19. I was 18 years old.
And I was 19
I was 18 years old, just starting college. And that seems like that was an eternity away. From 13 years is a long fucking time.
I couldn't even drink that. I was 20.
Exactly.
I mean, I could drink, but not legally.
Right. But it's 13 years, man. That's not a contract. That's a prison sentence.
But that's
some crazy.
What I was telling you earlier.
10 years is long too, but still.
Like, you said the whole last week, the reason, the Machado contracts aren't bad is because, primes last longer. But that's not
true
for everyone. That's...
yeah.
I mean, and if he... if something cash out and, gets an injury, or... his prime...
Well, Philly's fault.
Just randomly starts, 3 years from now. His prime just dips.
Right.
And that's kind of why they were comparing Machado and Harper, saying that Machado's decline actually won't look as bad as what Harper's will.
Right.
Because Machado will still be able to walk, still play good enough defense, and still hit for average.
Right.
Whereas Harper, who doesn't really hit for average, he hits homers or doubles. It's not he's getting on base all the time, and his defense isn't what he's a good defensive player, but they're saying when you compared the two, that the Machado would have been the safer contract because his decline won't look as bad as what Harper's will. Mm-hmm. And let's say 4 years in, when he turns 32, his decline starts.
Well, it's 26, so 4 years in, it's 30. 30.
Let's say it just randomly happens at 30.
I agree.
It starts.
And
they still have basically 9-10 years left almost of the contract.
9 years left. Yeah, you're right. 9 years left. And if it's almost like, and I hope he does have an amazing season and he goes in a Hall of Fame season, but. And I know Albert Pujols signed his when he was 29, 3 years older. And it was a long fucking contract with the Angels. That's what I kind of see this as. Yeah, you might get the next 3 years of Harper. Good, amazing, Hall of Fame-like numbers.
But then when the bad happens, it's
exactly now you
can't start them because it's so bad, but you still have
more years.
It kind of reminds me of the Soriano contract. They signed him when he was 27, 28. Mm-hmm. And he had really good years with the Cubs. People try to say he didn't because they didn't win anything, which is true. But he had years where he was 30 homers, 100 RBIs, high on base, stole bases, and got better at defensive as the years went on, which is kind of surprising because they got older and got better defensively. But you didn't win a championship there.
You did not.
And those teams, I guess the Phillies have a lot of young talent on those.
And they almost made the playoffs last year.
Yeah, but
they were a couple games out of it.
But the thing about those teams is the Phillies are going to have to compete with a stacked Dodgers team.
Yep.
A Cubs team that you have to assume would be better.
Well, first they have to deal with the Braves.
And they also have to deal with the Braves, who are younger than that even.
Yeah,
and
they're younger.
Really good too.
They won division last year.
You have to worry about other teams in Central, like
even the Nationals,
the Cardinals and Brewers.
I'm sorry,
the Nationals.
I'm still staying in their division.
Yeah.
You still have to look for a Nationals team. They started out so fucking shitty last year. You know, about 15 games under 500, even as deep as in June and July, and then they finally turned it on. Yeah, they finished I think 80 and 82 or 81 and 81. They literally got right at the 500 mark. But if they don't have that big slump last year, they could have won that division easily, and they have good pitching. I mean, look who they fucking have. I mean, they got Strasburg, they got Scherzer.
The only teams in that division that are really bad are the Mets and Marlins.
And the Mets are not
you don't even really know, because if their pitchers all of a sudden come back,
then they're going to be tough to beat.
Yeah.
So
and not even like I said, going out of the division, if say they didn't win the division, they had to go for the wild card.
Yeah.
And you have the Brewers, the Cubs, the Cardinals, the Pirates, who are. Everyone's saying Pirates are going to be better next year. I mean,
and then the Rockies.
Then the West.
Or Dodgers.
Rockies, Dodgers, Padres, who are going to be better.
They're going to be better, and they're young too.
Yeah. I mean,
they are young.
But
I mean,
that's why, it's great that he signed there, but that's why
13 years is a long time.
It's a long time. That's why I say it's going to be a lot like he was with the Nationals.
I agree.
Where he's going to be really good every year, but they're not going to
win the championship.
And then they're saying he's already for next year trying to recruit Mike Trout.
Okay.
To sign with the Phillies.
Well, we'll see what happens then.
That's the whole thing. Okay, and everyone's saying oh, if he's recruiting him, it's a guarantee that he's going to sign him. I was no, because people were saying about the Cubs with Harper. Yeah. Except the Cubs never actually tried to sign him.
No,
they talked to him, got him
all right,
just to see what he was at, but
just
they
try to test the waters.
But they were never actually serious about signing him.
No,
because one of the money was a big issue. Mm-hmm. Also, one of the other theories was that they're waiting for the next year, which is going to be Trout, going to be Sale, going to be who else is offensive? It was supposed to be Arenado, but he resigned. But yeah, Trout and Sale are the big, and I think Kershaw.
Yeah.
Are the big names for free agency next year.
Let me see.
And they supposedly are high. I mean, everyone's high on Mike Trout because he's the best player in baseball on the worst team in baseball. But and that's even a situation that Harper could find himself in, or if the Phillies can, with giving a massive contract, like you said, the Albert Pujols contract.
Bogarts?
Yeah, Xander Bogaerts.
You got Paul Goldschmidt, Jose Abreu, Xander Bogaerts, you got Josh Donaldson, Ozuna.
Puig,
Hicks. Puig sucks now. JD Martinez, Chris Davis, Chris Garrett Cole, Mad Bum, Verlander, and Steven opted out, yeah. So yeah, I mean, you got a lot of
arms.
Exactly.
But and then Then I was even thinking of the Cubs situation. Everyone's projecting them to be like you said last week. Pacoda's kind of stupid.
Yeah.
But saying they're going to get 8 wins. I was even talking as much as I despise and hate Addison Russell for what he did, having him back improves them defensively whenever his suspension's up, improves them offensively, because that's when they were at their best, when they had him randomly batting 8th.
Right.
And still driving in, getting homers, driving in runs. And, Contreras, you'll think, would have a better year than last year if he stays healthy. Schwarber will do what he does, get like 30 to 40 homers. Yeah. Same with Bryant and Rizzo. And Bryant has, I think, got like 6 or 7 homers in spring so far.
Well, yeah,
so his swing
we'll
kind of
see how it goes, And
if that's what the Phillies are going against, like Cubs, Brewers, Cardinals, Nationals, Mets, if they're
Braves, Rockies,
a
lot of fucking teams.
The only team that really got significantly worse so far this offseason is the Diamondbacks.
Yeah. That's it.
Every other team either stayed the same or got a lot better.
Right, and that's scary. And that's going to make this whole...
and like I said, even with the Padres, because the Padres could be really good next year too.
Right, and if they could find some pitching, then they could be scary too. But speaking of somebody that wanted to be signed and trading and all that shit, today's going to be a very much of a theme, like a prediction theme. And we got wind today that one Antonio Brown is, wanting to get traded and all that good stuff. And the Steelers said today that he will be traded no later than this Friday. Now, of course, we're not going to have another show until next week, so we're going to play a little prediction game. Where is Antonio Brown going to be traded? And there's a lot of teams, not a lot, there's a couple teams that have been stood out. Oakland Raiders come to mind. Tennessee comes to mind. Washington comes to mind. Is there a dark horse? Or is it going to be one of those 3 teams? What do you think is
I can see it being the Raiders because they have multiple first-round picks, kind of like the Packers do.
Mm-hmm.
But, like I was even joking with you earlier, I could even see a situation with the Steelers that I was like, you know what? Like, we have you under contract.
You're sit.
You're staying.
You're staying.
If you want to sit, go ahead. Like, we dealt with it with Bell, we'll deal with it with you.
God.
And then the problem with Brown is...
He doesn't
okay, but no. Bell's sitting. Bell's still young.
Right.
Brown sits out a year. The next year,
he'll be
32 and still have another year on their contract.
Exactly.
So then if he sits out again, then he'll be 33 going into free agency.
And then
teams are going to be like, okay, we'll give you a 1-year veteran's contract.
Yeah. Be like $2 million. Yeah. Be like, what? He's like, I want to get paid. No, you got paid already, and that's it.
Yeah, and I think that's going to be what drags it down too. Is the fact that he wants another extension too.
Yeah,
that he wants to be traded. And that's why, like, a couple of my friends were like trying to start the whole thing like, oh, well, maybe the Packers will trade for him. I was like, I honestly really don't want him because I don't want to use cap space to re-sign a 31-year-old receiver. If we're going to do that, just re-sign Cobb. And also, if the choice was one of those 2 players, Bell or Brown, I'd take the one that just costs money and is more explosive.
Exactly.
Because Brown is amazing, has led the league in receptions, but also you'd have to assume, say he went to the Packers or like went to the Bears, went to one of these teams in the North.
Yeah.
Okay, Bears, Allen Robinson. Mm-hmm. So he's not going to be topping targets anymore because you already have a legit number 1.
Yeah, I got it.
Packers, Devontae Adams. You have a legit number 1 and all those young receivers. And that's one of the reasons I don't see them
trying to trade because you don't go around with our wide receiver.
You don't want him to like get in their head and say like, "Oh, this is how you like handle things if you're unhappy with your situation."
Yeah,
and
then you get traded.
Yeah, and then like I was thinking of like the other rumor about like teams going to the Giants about Odell. And if that's true and Odell is available, that's going to severely hurt the Antonio Brown trade market because then teams are like, okay, Odell is locked up for the next 5 years already. He's still in his 20s.
Yep.
He's probably better than a lot better than Antonio Brown right now. Mm-hmm. And he's had minor issues where but his are more, he gets pissed when he loses, which is understandable. You don't want to lose, so you get pissed off. And that's basically all his issues really have been, that he's not happy when he's losing. Brown's issues are, and that's the main reason I don't want him in the Packers, if he's not happy with Roethlisberger, who basically focuses on giving him the ball.
Exactly.
What's he going to be with, like, say, Aaron Rodgers or Mitch Trubisky or Derek Carr, who don't really look for one person, they look for the open person.
Right.
And if he's not going to be happy there, he's not really going to be happy anywhere.
No, he won't. Yeah, I think, so you're saying he's going to probably go to the Raiders.
Or stay on the Steelers.
Or stay on the Steelers, which is an awesome, bold prediction, and that would be the best. That would be hilarious.
The Steelers is like,
nope, you're not going to get traded. Psych, you're just going to stay on the team and rot, and we'll just eat the
They'll trade to the XFL or AFL.
Hey, Trestman is now a coach in the XFL.
Yeah. Where?
I don't know, but that's all I heard. All I heard was Trestman, XFL coach. I'm like, oh dear.
They'll trade him to the XFL or the AAF.
That would be awesome.
They'll trade him to the Arena Football League.
Hey, Trent Richardson is doing amazing in the AAF right now. He's doing great. He looks like a real running back. My prediction, though, Washington. Washington is stupid.
Yeah.
Washington likes to trade for people that are going to be in their 30s. Yeah. Almost past their prime. I could totally see the Redskins try to win now, even though they don't have a quarterback right now, right?
Yeah, if he comes back.
Well, his leg went that way, so he's not coming back next year. And I think they're going to get somebody at least for a year.
Don't you have the Redskins and?
Yes.
So your team's going to trade for a 32-year-old.
Yep.
Antonio Brown.
Trade for 32-year-old. Yeah.
With a 33-year-old Joe
Flacco. There's one. There's one. But no, I honestly think the Washington Redskins, Jay Gruden is going to get his way, and they're going to trade probably like a
it'll be really funny if Jay and John Gruden get into bidding war for it.
Oh my god. That would be so sad. But
it could happen because they're both insane.
Yes. But I could just see that happening, that Antonio Brown, because I don't think the Steelers want to trade Antonio Brown in the same conference.
Yeah.
And right now, the only team in the NFC that's really showing any kind of need for him is the Redskins. And I think the Redskins are dumb enough to make that trade. They'll probably trade a third rounder and say a fourth rounder or a fourth rounder of next year's draft and get Antonio Brown for the next 3 years. I think he'll be a Redskin by Friday night. That's my thinking.
And possibly, I still think the Steelers are going to want a lot more than a third, and teams aren't going to give it to them.
30 years old.
But again, it's their choice.
You know who
it's the Steelers' choice. If they don't get the offer they want, they can just tell them, be like, "You're under contract. Show up if you want. Otherwise."
You know who I can honestly see as a huge dark horse, though? And just out of nowhere. Because sometimes it is that team that's just out of fucking nowhere that gets them.
The Browns?
No. They already got too much. And like I said, they're not going to trade in division, for God's sakes.
They might feel like, you're a Cleveland Brown now. Have fun.
Yeah, but the Browns are going to be good now. Baker Mayfield, man, is the truth. He is the truth. But my dark horse, Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, they randomly have traded for people who have been unhappy.
Yeah,
when they got Lynch for nothing. I think they traded before he became really good. Traded for Sherman for almost nothing. You got a couple other backs like that.
See this happen. And Pete Carroll is a player's coach. He is a player's coach, and I think Antonio Brown would be happy with Pete Carroll as his coach and Russell Wilson as his quarterback. And I could totally see, and that would make Seattle a legitimate threat again, because they have the offense to be good again, and they have that young defense now, yes. And that would literally boost Seattle. It would be a win-win for both situations. and because it's for the here and now. You have a quarterback, you have a running back by committee, you have an offensive line, you have a stable coach. You got it. And I think Seattle would be a huge dark horse, and I think it would help them out majorly.
But here, let's go the other way. Let's say the Steelers' thought process isn't like, okay, we're not going to get much for him anyways because he's past 30. Let's make his life as miserable as possible.
And keep him.
No. Trade him to New York or trade him to Oakland. Make him a Giant or a Raider.
That would be hilarious. Ooh, a Giant? I mean...
Or a Bengal. Trade him to Cincinnati.
You got AJ Green. AJ Green's amazing.
And Andy Dalton.
Don't hate on Red Rocket, bro.
Do you want him as your quarterback? Because that could happen. You could have Joe Flacco and Andy Dalton as your two quarterbacks.
They came out in the same draft.
You can make one of them a running back. And just run the Wildcat offense with Joe Flacco and Andy Dalton.
I have some rushing touchdowns with him.
I have 14.
That's great.
And I lead the league in rushing.
Son of a
as a quarterback.
So...
In 2 weeks, I'll break 1,000 yards.
So, there's been other rumors going around in the NFL, and I don't know if I want to make this into a douche, but it's going to definitely be a grinds my gear type thing. And that is, a lot of people are just being dumb, in my opinion, on how, oh my God, the Arizona Cardinals, they fired Steve Wilkes, and they got, oh my God, who's the coach? Who's the coach?
The Rams.
Oh my God, I can't think of his fucking name.
Yeah, I forgot his coach. The name is the
Rams coach. And like Kingsbury. There you go, Cliff Kingsbury. And that he brought up Kyler Murray, and when he was in high school, and he brought up I think who else was it? Oh my God. Was it Baker Mayfield?
No, Baker was...
Because he was scouting
Baker was... who's the coach in Oklahoma? That we wanted to go to the Packers?
Stoops?
No, that's basketball.
That is, well. So, anyways, just because Kingsbury, knows Kyler Murray since he was in high school and all that shit, all of a sudden, they should just go get fucking Kyler Murray. Hello? You have a first-round pick quarterback from last year, and you almost had him get killed.
Yeah.
First, you need an offensive line. That's first and foremost.
And a receiver younger than Larry Fitzgerald.
And a receiver, they got Christian Kirk, but he's... whatever. And they got Ricky Seals-Jones, which is... whatever. They're both young, and we don't know if they're going to be good or not. But that's all you have. And now you're like, let's just get another quarterback. So then Kyler Murray could get killed in the backfield? Is that what you want? Because that's stupid. You keep Rosen, and you go for an offensive lineman. I know you have the number 1 pick of the draft, so go with fucking Metcalf. He's fucking insane. Yeah. He ran a 4.33 and he's like 6'2", 6'4", or 6'5".
Yeah.
He's huge. And he ran a 4.33.
Yeah.
That's disgusting. You get him, and then you just load up on offensive linemen. That's what you need. It's stupid. It's stupid talk because fine. Josh Rosen didn't show a lot last year because he had no offensive line, because you put him in a terrible situation. Yeah. And now all of a sudden people are talking about, just trade him away, Kyler Murray. First off, and I know we really don't know because, Trubisky only played 13 games in college, and he's shown that he's pretty good. But there's other ones like Baker Mayfield, who played for I think 2 or 3 seasons with Oklahoma, and he's shown he's pretty good. So I understand that it could be a little not accurate of what I'm about to say. But Kyler Murray only had 1 full year with Oklahoma. That's it. Josh Rosen had 2 seasons, 3 seasons, and showed potential all that time.
It's different because
That's stupid.
I know he was picked 24th because the 49ers fucked up.
Yeah.
But wasn't Dan Rodgers only played for 1 year in college?
For California?
No, he went to for California.
Yeah, for California.
Because he was Butte as a walk-on freshman, but didn't play, and then he went to Cal. Played for a year.
Yes, so yeah, I get that, but it's just like you're putting way too many eggs into one basket to get rid of a quarterback that you don't know if he's going to be good or not, and you're literally wasting last year's draft pick. That's what you're literally doing. For what? For another rookie quarterback?
Yeah, but teams do that all the time.
It's stupid.
I mean, look
stupid.
At
whoever thinks that Kyler Murray should be picked by the Cardinals is a fucking moron.
But it happens all the time. Teams waste drafters. But this is like Bears
really
and Packers when they took Gabe Creamy and back to back.
Oh, that was
Bears took Benson and even the 3 Packers picks from 4 years ago, the Damaris Randall, Quentin Rollins, and Montreal Adams, who none of them are even on.
It's just that this is really macroed because it's a quarterback and it's Kyler Murray. I get it, and it's Josh Rosen. I get it.
Maybe they want to do QB by committee. Like everyone does running back by committee. Just Kyler run and Rosen throw.
And Rosen throw. I mean, why not? They can start the new trend in the NFL. You have now 2 quarterbacks.
I mean, you technically could.
No, you can't.
Because you can do a lot. The Saints.
New Orleans does. I'm about to say the Saints do it.
With Breeze and what's the other guy?
Oh my God,
Taysom Hill.
Yeah, and he's the fastest guy on the fucking team too.
Yeah.
That's the crazy thing. Hill is the backup quarterback, and he's the fastest guy on the team.
Quarterback. He's not the backup. He's
yeah. You're right. That's hilarious. So maybe you could do something like that, but I don't know. You're going to be literally having one quarterback in the top 5, and then the next year you do another quarterback in the top 5, and this fucks with these kids' minds.
It does.
It fucks with their minds.
There's also another younger quarterback that they're saying just because he's crazy that might get traded. Fucking Gruden still taking offers for Derek Carr too.
Right.
So he could take Kyler Murray or
Haskins. Yeah. So it's. I mean, Derek Carr, I understand because he's been in the league for 4 or 5 years, and he showed a couple spurts, especially when he was a rookie.
But they also have the issues with the Cardinals do too. No line, the running game didn't work,
right.
And they only had Amari Cooper until they signed Jordy this year.
That's where Arizona's at right now. Their offense is not that good. They do not have anything going on for that.
I mean, honestly, if I was
a quarterback, isn't going to fix the
If I was them, I wouldn't think about, number one, moving from Rosen or trading trying to get that pick for one of those quarterbacks. I think about moving from David Johnson.
I agree.
Getting for another pick and either taking a running back 3rd or 4th round and get fucking offensive lineman.
Because they have T.J. Logan in the backfield as a second guy, as their second string, and he's not terrible.
Yeah.
He showed some spurts this year, especially against our Packers. But yeah, you could do some stuff instead of, we got Kingsbury! He knows Kyler Murray! Kyler Murray, #1 pick! Shut the fuck up, you guys suck! That's all I gotta say about that.
They'll be retarded if they actually do that, but they probably will because teams do that shit all the time.
And it's gonna be whoever gets Rosen then, because if they're really thinking about probably trading him, and it'll probably be to the Giants too.
Yeah.
Because the Giants are actually thinking about it because backing up Eli Manning for a year.
But then that could also be a bigger trade situation. Say Cardinals, say for some reason Kyler goes before their pick.
Well, no, the Cardinals have the number 1 pick.
I thought they had number 2.
They have the number 1 overall.
Okay, so say they do take Kyler Murray.
Yeah, they do it.
They trade Rosen and some picks to the Giants for Odell.
Okay. So they trade Rosen in like second and third round.
And Rosen to the Giants for Odell.
I guess that could work.
And then Rosen, even though he has no receivers, he can be with Saquon Barkley, and they still have Shepard and a few other people.
They're like Ingram, so they should be okay. Their offensive line is just as bad.
That's more because of drafting error, where they keep taking these linemen that are just god awful.
Yeah, it's like, what are you doing with your life, Giants? But okay, I can see that. That would be cool. That would be fun. But I just think it would be stupid of the Cardinals still. But not really, because then you would have Odell Beckham Jr.
With the
rookie quarterback.
So they could grow the other, because Odell's still young in the game.
Then that would make sense.
And then if somehow you don't have to involve Johnson in the trade, then you have a top running back, good top receiver, and a young quarterback.
Yeah, and then you got some depth. And then you just need the offensive line to start getting on the feet. But my real douche of the week is Jerry Reinsdorf. And he should be.
What did he do this time?
He had an interview, and he said that he is very, very happy of where the Chicago Bulls are. And he said that it's already guaranteed that Gar Forman and John Paxson will be back next year.
Yeah.
And then he said something that I just started crying in laughter. He said that the model franchise that he is looking up to become is the Sacramento Kings.
I mean, I could kind of see where he's coming from.
Where?
The Kings are
not
bad, but they're a young team that's improving. They're in playoff position now. Like, if you decide, I want to be the Lakers, you'd be like, okay, go sign a LeBron James.
But that's
how you become them.
Because, they don't have anybody to sign because nobody wants to sign because
that's why he signed
John Paxson.
No, that's not the only reason. Players don't want to come here because for a few reasons. Number one, you could have, but
you could have said the 76ers.
Yeah.
They did it that way.
Jimmy Butler. He doesn't want a Jimmy Butler.
But before the Jimmy Butler trade, they kept on getting top 5 picks. Joel Embiid, Markelle Fultz, Ben Simmons. And then, 2 out of those 3 worked out, and then you put other pieces around them, like J.J. Redick and Jimmy Butler, after you become noticeable in the league. Then you can trade for a couple veterans here and there you go, or sign some veterans. That's the way to. I understand what he's sort of trying to say.
Go back to like you said, saying LeBron didn't come here because of them. LeBron, it wasn't because of that.
He was going to Miami.
Well, no, he was going to Miami, but people seem to even before when the first free agency started, or years before with Tracy McGrady. Think that Chicago is some great destination for free agents. Number one, players don't want to play where Jordan played because if they fail, they're going to get murdered.
Number two,
Chicago fans are some of the
craziest.
I don't even say worst because all you have to do is have one bad game. It's oh, fuck you, I'm going to fucking kill you, you fucking asshole. How dare you throw an interception when we were up by 7? How dare you throw an interception when we were up by 7?
Cody Parkey.
As soon as one thing goes bad, they just fucking try to kill their
New Yorkers are like that. Philadelphia's like that.
They are, but
there's more Chicago.
But it's also but it's also okay. You go to New York or Philadelphia. New York doesn't have their championship was way early, right?
1977.
Yeah, so they don't except for Patrick Ewing. There's no great shadow over the Knicks that you have to live up to.
Yeah,
and Philly, after they're great players, but if you go there, it's not oh shit, if I don't win, they're gonna kill me. That's what it's like in Chicago.
And we haven't won since 1998.
Yeah.
It's been 21 years since we sniffed an NBA Finals.
Like, for as much as people have said, like, in the past, like, because he was the last big one that almost came was Kobe.
Yes.
That, like, the people who, like, looked up to Jordan. But now we're so far into the future, those players aren't around anymore.
Yeah, no, you're right.
And also, those players probably see a situation like that and like, okay, they got some young players in Porter and Levine and Martin.
And then they see Guy Foreman and John Paxson
I don't
and
even
want to throw up.
Well,
they want to Jerry Reinsdorf too. They want to throw up.
Well, no,
Jim Boylan is your coach. I want to throw up and go away from you. But that's what people are saying.
But if it's a big enough free agent, you can get rid of the coach.
They're not going to get... They're guaranteed that next year, too.
Yeah, but
Jim Boylan's going to stay.
Well, that's also... Like I said, if you go to sign someone and it's big enough and they're just like, I don't want to play for him, he'd be gone. Even with those two.
Even the Guy Foreman and John Paxson?
Paxson, yes. Because I think Paxson gets way too much blame for Foreman's idiocy.
Do you not remember what happened this year?
Trying to get rid of Foreman.
Did you not even remember what happened this year of the nut cutting that Hoiberg has had by Levine and last year by Butler and by like Rose and by everybody, and they still didn't fire him until they got rid of Rose and Butler, and then on like the third or fourth star cuts off Hoiberg's nuts or whatever's left of it. Then they're like, oh, wait, it's like, we're like 4-10. And Marketing came back for the first time.
Yeah.
And they lose by a heartbreaker. Hoiberg is fired now.
But like I told you when it happened, I think a lot of the thought process between that was, okay, Marketing was about to come back. The Bulls, up until that point, were playing better. They were still losing, but they were playing better.
It was the beginning of the season, yeah.
The Bulls front office could have seen that as, shit, when Markkanen comes back,
they're going to be
they could be like when Mirotic came back and we ended up drafting 15th instead of 1st to 5th.
Wow.
And they could also be thinking, you know, even if we get Zion or RJ Barrett or this person, we're really not going to be a top contending team next year. So we could keep this coach who's like teaching them to play defense, teaching them all this for like 2 more years while we're still trying to get draft picks. And then when we're actually ready to be good, which will probably be 2 or 3 years from now, they'll replace him and get an actual coach.
Well, right now the Bulls have a winning record since the All-Star break.
And they're still one of the worst teams in the league, so it doesn't really matter. Like, they're still in last place.
We still traded for Otto Porter Jr.
I like that trade.
I do too, but now we're winning games. That don't mean anything, and it's hurting us.
Not really, because they only have 18 wins. The only team with less is the Cavs.
Look
and the
at
next.
the West.
Yeah, 14. The Suns, 1 team.
We need to be worse than the Cavs.
I mean, we play the Cavs a few more times, and we've lost to them twice.
Well, now we have Otto Porter Jr. and Markkanen's doing well and all that shit. So now we're fucked. That's what happens now.
Well, no, because they lose to the bad teams. They just randomly beat the good teams.
It's true.
But like,
yeah, right now we're the 4th worst. Yes.
Yeah.
And that, oh my God, we're 1942. Okay, 1947. But like, we're 3 games ahead of Cleveland, 4 games ahead of Phoenix, and well,
but
we're not going to catch the Knicks.
But also, you got to think of it this way too: the NBA draft isn't like a normal league draft where it's a lottery. So
and it's the top 3 teams. Top 3 teams have the same percentage now because they kind of made a little bit so you don't tank as much.
Yeah,
you know.
So they could still go down into those last 3 and still have the same chance of getting the first pick as anyone else. Even if the other teams have the worst record.
Right.
Because that's the same thing that happened to them when they got Rose. They had like a 0.2% chance of getting the number 1 pick.
1.7.
And then like randomly
they got it. Randomly. We'll get to that in another day. But no, my douche of the week is Jerry Reinsdorf, and that's a very good one in my eyes. Who's your douche of the week this week?
Mine is WWE Raw Women's Champion Ronda Rousey.
That's right! And then this is a perfect transition straight into WWE. Here we go. There's a lot about Ronda Rousey that we need to talk about.
Yeah. But like my main reason is
right now
she has, for being in this situation, and this was even like this in the UFC, she has incredibly thin skin.
Agreed.
Where she can't take when people like insult her or insult someone in their family, and she just like flips the fuck out and doesn't like. So Becky tweeted a few things. She tweeted, "Ronda, you go get the belt back because I didn't come here to collect it from Stephanie. I came to collect it from you." Then Ronda said, "That's what I'm doing, you dumbass. You hobbling around trying to be a ginger crutch ninja and taking fake prison photos in the hallway isn't helping."
Yeah.
Then Becky tweeted, "Keep the F word out of your mouth and concentrate on getting better at the business instead of trying to act like you're above everyone else."
Because the word fake in the rest of the business is like the worst word to say.
And then Rousey, that's what she said next. Rousey said, "The F word, you mean fake, like your fake ass armbar that doesn't even work and just looks like you're holding the dick you wish you had." So then Becky tweeted a picture like, "You know what? It kind of does look like one," and put Becky's Ronda's husband's face on the picture. And then Ronda like flipped out and says, "I don't care what the script says. I'm beating the living shit out of you next time I see you."
See, now a lot of people thought this was a work, and we still don't know. Yes, but we still don't really know because WWE wants to get back a little bit of the ruthless aggression, and you bring social media into that. And I know that a lot of wrestlers are doing social media and all that bullshit. But yeah, there were a few things that Ronda said in that kind of broke a little bit of the fourth wall because Ronda also used Becky Lynch's real name.
Yeah, Rebecca Knox.
Rebecca Knox.
Yeah.
Yes. So there was a few fourth wall breaking there. And, there's reports that the WWE officials are pissed off at Ronda for doing this. Mm-hmm. And it's like, is this a shoot? Like, is this, like, legit? Like, Ronda's really losing her shit? Or is this all a work? And
I could see it being her, like, legitimately losing it a little bit.
Because there's also reports that other than the Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania, Ronda is having an absence of leave.
Yeah.
Like, she really isn't going to be around for much longer. Even though she signed a 3-year deal.
She's going to go away for a little while.
For whatever reason, Because
she wants to do family stuff.
Yeah, family stuff. And then if she's going to have a baby, well, then that's going to take 9 to 10 months, of course.
Unless you're Stephanie McMahon and you just pop them out.
You just pop them out and just go right back to work. And I think Ronda Rousey is that type of person that she could. And it could happen. But yeah, it's just... And I don't know if it's just that Ronda just doesn't know the business, because she's only been in it for a year.
Yeah.
And, she still probably makes a few mistakes here and there that, the officials are like, "Oh, Ronda, you can't go that far.
Yeah.
Don't go that far. Don't bring up the scripts and all that shit, that's... He's on that shit,
But there was also a rumor that Heyman wrote her tweets. That Heyman's been doing that for.
Which is fucking genius because then it is a work, and then they really got us. Then fuck if that's what it is, and it's a very good possibility. I believe it's a work, but I do understand that Ronda Rousey is thin-skinned, and you can actually almost see it in not an acting way while she's at the live events because she really doesn't like getting booed.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
And she literally stumbles with her lines even more because she really does get flustered when the crowd is booing her, which is hilarious. So yes, Ronda Rousey is a douche of the week.
Yeah.
I agree. Now, Monday Night Raw. Let's go down the line on this one. Well, with the Becky Lynch thing, coming out with crutches again, and, it's setting up
the match with Charlotte.
Yeah, we saw that coming. We saw that coming. Becky Lynch is still fucking badass. Mm-hmm. I love her. She's Stone Cold Becky Lynch. Yep. Like, straight up. Ronda Rousey did need to beat the hell out of Becky Lynch to get somewhat of a one-up because Becky Lynch has been doing a lot of fucking damage on both Charlotte Flair and Ronda Rousey, so you need to like turn the tide a little bit on her. It was just kind of weird though that how it was brought up with the promo with Stephanie McMahon in back, and then all of a sudden, oh yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna, uphold or reverse the fucking 60-day suspension, and Becky Lynch gets a shot.
Yeah.
What? Like, how did we get to that point? Like, you can't just go to A to F.
Yeah, you gotta
go to B,
I
C,
think
D,
like
E,
the problem
A.
with some other stories is you also have to like follow their Twitter too before you watch, because on the Twitter it actually said she like went to the WWE doctors, got cleared, got proved that she could wrestle, and if she signs this contract, she'll.
Oh yeah, the contract. Yeah. Okay, so but for the people that don't like look at their Twitters all the time like me, it's like, oh, okay, so all of a sudden you're back in, and I understand. You gotta sign the contract and get your ass whooped tonight or tomorrow night or at fastlane or whatever fucking night. And if you're over there hobbling on one fucking leg, broken and shit like that, guess what? You can't sue us. So okay, I get it. The Shield is back.
Yep.
Dean Ambrose is great.
Yeah.
I love Dean Ambrose.
I still think he's leaving though.
That's another weird one. That's so gray area because I've been reading reports now that he's still going to leave after WrestleMania.
But then there's also reports that he signed for live events through July. So
you got us. I have no idea. You got us.
Like the whole live events thing could be just bullshit because all those cards basically say card is subject to change, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So it could be nothing. It could be just he was supposed to be and then he's not. Yeah, the Shield getting back together was cool.
It's cool. One last time type bullshit.
I like the last week or 2 weeks ago when Dean got jumped and he basically went to the back and goes up, where were you?
Yeah. Where were you? Well, now he's
And then he was getting jumped again last week. And then they came out and saved him when Roman announced he was better.
Right.
And then they both kind of walked out of the ring without him.
Right. And then Dean.
Now once again Dean was getting jumped by
crazy and shit.
Oh no, they were getting jumped.
They were getting jumped.
And Dean was just standing on the aisle and just eventually came back and just beat the hell out of all of them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I like it. It's another Shield storyline.
I was kind of thinking they were going to do the handicap match though, with Elias and the three Lashleys.
And the three Lashleys, exactly. 3 fucking Lashleys. Oh my god. I should write this shit down because there's so much that fucking happened and I want to talk about it. Fuck. Oh! The Triple H promo.
Yeah.
Perfection, dude. You got goosebumps for me.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, when you bring it up. And you know what? That's how you properly bring somebody's real name into a kayfabe storyline.
Yeah.
When, Richard Fleer. That's what Ric Flair's real name is. Richard Fleer. And how he says, Richard Fleer wanted to be Ric Flair one last time. And he's 70 years old and Batista, when you face me, I don't give a fuck about any storyline. You can say all your fucking heel 101 bullshit on how you get my attention. Well, I'm a fucking man and you could look me in the eye. You're not talking to Triple H. You're not talking to a character. You're talking to a man that rode with you, up and down the fucking country with Ric Flair. And this is the stupid bullshit you do. I loved it.
Yeah.
That's why Triple H is one of the best of all time.
That's why
he makes something like that.
I was kind of talking to my friend about this.
It's so
That's
great.
why I like that DX is getting put in the Hall of Fame. But I don't like that they're getting put in before Triple H is individually. Because Triple H deserves to be on.
Triple H is a fucking.
Well, no, I know he
doesn't care.
I know he is, but just saying, of the people that are in right now, especially they announced fucking Tori Wilson is going to be a Hall of Fame.
I don't understand that. I don't understand that.
Triple H doesn't deserve to be in on his own before that's put in.
Yeah.
Or before the Godfather and Rikishi are let in the Hall of Fame.
It's weird.
I mean, I understood why they did it. They did it because that's the only way they're ever going to put China in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. But I think that's what it was.
But honestly, like, there's a few people that still, like, need to go in even before. Like, you do groups like. Well, Taker's not. Well, I think the reason Taker and Triple H are not really retired, but they kind of are.
Yeah.
But like, Christian.
Yeah.
Christian should be in. I mean, we know why Owen's not in, but British Bulldog, Pillman. If you go WCW, Paige is already in. Booker's in. Sting's in. Because Sid Vicious.
Yeah. I don't know. The WWE Hall of Fame is kind of weird. It's just like puts random, not random, but like random, like chronological order.
Yeah.
You know, like you're putting in Tori Wilson, but you're not putting in Triple H. Yeah. You're putting in the Godfather, but the Undertaker's not in yet.
Yeah.
Kane's not even in yet.
Big Show.
Exactly. But you have Mark Henry.
Yeah,
like
I still think
it's weird.
Like the actually now 3 or 4 that definitely need to be in with like in the next 2 years are Taker, Show.
Is The Rock even in it?
Yeah, Rock's in that. Actually, no.
No, I don't think he is.
No. So yeah, The Rock.
Yeah, like that's weird.
Christian needs to be in.
Yes.
The Hardys.
Yeah. Well, yes, guaranteed.
And. Like I said, Taker, Kane, all of them need to be in. Triple H on his own. Like, the whole problem I have with, like, the DX thing is the only members of DX that are worthy of the Hall of Fame are Triple H and Shawn Michaels.
Yes.
Road Dogg, Billy Gunn, X-Pac, and even China should not be in.
China should.
No.
Yes.
Okay. I'll tell you this is what I told my friend.
Okay.
China was their era's Nia Jax, where she just got the push she did because she's different than everyone else. But her in-ring ability was very similar to a Nia Jax, where she just stumbled around and randomly dropped people. She also kind of discredited the Intercontinental title by beating Jericho for it. I mean, like, she wasn't that as good as everyone's trying to make her out to be. Like, yeah, she was a big part of DX and a big part of Triple H's title reigns, but honestly, like, there's even other women that should be in the Hall of Fame before China gets in.
I don't know. I think because she was such a huge part of the Attitude Era that she totally deserves it. I mean, she was something that nobody has ever really seen in women's wrestling up to that point.
Well, that's not really true. Because Lita was wrestling before China. Naka was in
I'm
Japan.
saying, like, as just a monster of a woman. Like,
have you ever seen Japan videos of Bull Naka?
Yeah, but how long ago was that?
That was in the 90s.
Oh. There you go. I don't know. I think China...
Or even Blaze.
Yeah. Blaze. China deserves it. She really does. She really does, and I'm glad that she's going in. But yeah, the Triple H Batista, it's actually making me very, very excited for that match at Wrestlemania. That's going to be fucking awesome. What else happened on Monday Night Raw? We know that Aleister Black and Ricochet getting their ass kicked by who came out and beat their ass? Oh no! It was Bobby Roode and Chad Gable that they came out and
screwed up the
it'll turn into a triple threat tag team match for it or whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe even a fatal 4-way because they might even bring Heavy Machinery in.
No, it wasn't Heavy Machinery on SmackDown, or they're on
Raw.
Oh.
Because they had that gauntlet match that they beat the B Team, the Ascension, and Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder.
Yep.
That happened. That happened.
That happens a lot.
That does happen a lot. I feel like I'm missing something else. We had... Okay. I said this the last week, and I'm saying it again. Yeah, we're going to get the 6-man tag of the Shield versus the Bobby Lashleys. Or you could say the Baron Corbin's evil team of doom, because that's what it pretty much is. Braun Strowman.
Bray Wyatt.
You're right. No, you're right. You're 100% right. Now you got Braun Strowman doing gimmicks of beating up comedians. Okay. Cool.
At least he's on screen.
It's true. It's very true. Yeah, they are literally killing Braun Strowman's character. And
I think
will be nothing in the next 3 to 4 months unless they do bring him to SmackDown.
I think he'll go to SmackDown. I think Bray will probably go back to SmackDown. I was going to say Finn, but Finn's the IC champ now, and he's probably not going to lose it for a while. So he'll probably stay on Raw. I think who might go to SmackDown? Oh, I think AJ's going to go to Raw.
Yeah.
I think Orton's probably going to go to Raw because he wants to be on Raw. I don't know about the tag teams. Maybe like in the NXT people, because you haven't even announced where these NXT people are actually supposed to be on their shows. They're just everywhere.
And then there's some NXT people that were called up and they kind of disappeared, like EC3.
Yeah.
Where's EC3 now? Oh, he's called up. Where? I don't see him.
That's because he's the same as the other ones. They didn't announce what show they're on, so they're kind of just like waiting. But I liked all the like newer NXT call-ups. Like they kind of like took attention away from like EC3 and Lacey and Lars.
Well, Lacey just comes out.
Yeah, Lars never debuted.
Well, yeah, because Lars has the anxiety problem.
But like, I feel bad because Ciampa now has to drop his because he's got to get neck surgery.
And he's out for at least a year.
Yeah,
he's pretty much done.
So that sucks for him. But I have a feeling either Adam Cole or Gargano are going to win the world title from him.
It'll probably be Gargano versus Adam Cole. Yeah, probably even put in Velveteen Dream. Fuck it.
They won't. He's the North American champ. They're not going to give him 2 titles.
That's true. Fine. Put your boy in.
Right?
No, your boy from NXT.
Keith Lee?
No.
Riddle?
Yep. Matt Riddle. There you go. Put Matt Riddle in. That would be fucking awesome.
I'd put Bray Wyatt in there.
No, why the fuck not?
I'd be like, alright, Bray, you're the NXT champion.
It's like, alright, cool.
Finally, I did something.
So SmackDown, I watched that today, and I loved it.
Yeah, SmackDown.
I thought it was really good. You said something while we were eating today that's really very true. It's Kevin Owens being a good guy.
That's so funny.
It's funny because he comes out very condescending.
I like that he said that he never talks down to people or makes them feel like I was like, that is a lie.
That's a lie. He's like, if I like these people, say, oh, here we go. Kevin Owens, you're the best. I love you. He's great.
And him randomly using the stunner.
Yeah, it's now his finisher, I think.
Now he's still going to do the power bomb.
Well, yeah, to people that he can still do it to, just by like bigger guys. Yeah. I'm not saying that Daniel Bryan's bigger or anything like that.
Well, he's probably not doing it to Bryan because the pop-up power bomb is more dangerous to take than the stunner.
To the head, no, you're right. It's the back of the head. When, they were hinting, because during the promo of Daniel Bryan saying you don't have any more friends and all that shit, Kevin Owens, and he's like, I'll man up. I don't, because I suck. I'm an asshole, and this is my fault. I was really thinking, is tonight going to be the night that Sami Zayn comes out? And I'm like, probably not, but somebody's got to come out. And it was Mustafa Ali.
Yeah.
I forgot that I did see him on the live event. Yeah, that he already got clear.
Yeah.
it's going to be interesting to where they're going to try to fit him. They could probably fit him in maybe a... Well, no, because they're gonna, that's going to come with our predictions. But I don't know where they're going to fit him in. Probably nowhere right now.
Probably med card title would probably do a big match, like a ladder or something.
Maybe. Speaking of the mid card title, United States champion, we have a new one. Samoa Joe. I love R-Truth.
Yeah, I loved it because I'm upset the other two came out because I loved when Joe was walking down. He's like, no.
Yes, R-Truth. Yes.
And then when the other two came down, he's just like, just looking at all
you and me, you and me, and him, and go after him, and all that shit. I loved it. Mm-hmm. Great, awesome comedy.
Yeah. I finally getting a championship.
Me too.
And he's going to make it actually worth something like Seth did with the IC belt.
Yes, he will. And that's it's going to be my prediction for a little Wrestlemania, which we'll do. But SmackDown needs R-Truth still on the show. You still need to have funny cut promos of R-Truth. Because he's awesome. Yeah. He's awesome on the mic. I mean, he's a veteran of 11, 12 years, 15 years? Yeah.
He's been around since Road Dogg was still in WWE.
Yeah, so 16 years.
Yeah.
So he's perfect. You still need him around. I understand he doesn't need a title, but just don't let him go into the same room where Bray Wyatt and Braun Strowman and EC3 are. Just don't let him disappear yet. Don't. I like R-Truth. Keep him.
Truth is good. He's fun. I do think they made the better decision though, letting Samoa Joe finally.
I agree.
I think
it's WrestleMania season. You don't want R-Truth to be the champ.
I think WrestleMania. I mean, fuck it. WrestleMania Zack Ryder won the Intercontinental title, so you don't know. But I think.
Shit. Yeah.
And at Mania, I think you're gonna get for the US title. I think it's gonna be Joe versus AJ.
We'll get there. Because we still gotta do predictions of.
Yeah, but that belt's not on the line in fastlane, so it's probably not gonna change until.
No, it's fine. I'll do the prediction of the United States title. It's gonna be Joe and Cena.
No, I think it's Joe and AJ.
AJ and Randy Orton for WrestleMania. AJ and Randy Orton for WrestleMania. Samoa Joe and Cena for WrestleMania. United States title on the line.
Maybe. Well, the only person I don't know if Cena would face Joe. I think they were talking about who else came up for NXT? If they don't keep them as a team, having Ricochet or Alistair face Cena.
No, there's no storyline with that going on.
There's no storyline with Joe either.
What did Joe say in the promo? You know, he was knocking on John Cena. R-Truth, buddy of John Cena, never, hustle, loyalty, and respect. Well, you know what? I fucking destroy your dreams, so fuck you all. And he was knocking on Cena. Cena will come out in the next 2 weeks, and he will do a little promo of Samoa Joe, and I'll show you respect, bullshit, promo, cool promo after cool promo of Joe and Cena. Bada bing, bada boom, WrestleMania match, United States title. I'm calling it. Guaranteed.
I think Cena's done.
No, he's going to be at WrestleMania. He's going to have a match.
And people are saying Taker's going to be at WrestleMania too.
No, they're saying he's not going to be at WrestleMania.
There's also people saying he is, and that they're just keeping it a secret.
Well, who's he going to face?
What did he do last time? He just randomly came and beat the shit out of someone.
John Cena. But
I mean, I just
Joe, Cena.
I think it'll be. The only reason I'm saying Joe AJ is because if AJ isn't re-signed and doesn't stay, which there's a little murky on that if he had re-signed or not, I think at Mania they want to do one of the matches that they've always had, Impact headlining shows with Joe versus AJ. And I know they did that with the WWE title match, but I think they might go back to that because of how those matches played out. And now it's on the different foot where Joe is.
But you're having this Randy Orton, AJ Styles.
Randy Orton doesn't need shit.
I still think it's gonna be AJ Styles versus Randy Orton.
It'll be Randy Orton versus Cena. Watch.
God damn it! fine, whatever. I'll take that. But okay, yeah. What else happened on SmackDown? See, when I'm like watching these shows, I'm like, I want to talk about that. I want to talk about that. I want to talk about that, and then I fucking forget.
Let me think. You know what's really weird?
What?
They made a big deal about like the whole women's tag title thing,
and it hasn't done.
Yeah, they really haven't.
Well, they're gonna face Nia Jax and Tamina at fastlane.
Yeah, that's nothing.
You know,
that's facing like 3 tons of garbage.
Exactly. Well, let's do our fucking picks. We got Fastlane this Sunday. It came up fast. Came up real fast. And, like, the card is okay, but you're forgetting a lot of star power on this card.
Yeah.
A lot of star power. And that's why I'm like, you don't even have AJ Styles. You don't have Randy Orton.
Okay, so the kickoff is Rey versus Andrade. I say Andrade.
What, really?
Yeah. Say Andrade.
Okay, Andrade.
Raw tag team titles, the Revival versus Black and Ricochet versus Rude and Gable.
I knew that was happening.
I think Alistair and Ricochet beat Rude and Gable.
I think you're right.
They face the Revival one-on-one.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think Alistair and Ricochet win.
And women's tag titles, Sasha and Bayley versus
Tamina and Nia. I'm going to say Sasha and Bayley.
Yeah, Sasha and Bayley.
Yep.
SmackDown tag titles, Usos versus Miz and Shane.
Usos.
Yeah.
And then
I think the Hardys attack the Usos afterwards.
I like that. And okay, go on.
Then women's title match, Asuka versus Mandy.
I'm going to go with Mandy.
Yeah, I think Mandy's going to
I think they're going to want to go with somebody that actually could cut promos and not just come out of nowhere and go, Asuka! Yeah. I think Mandy's going to be the champ going into WrestleMania.
I think then the Shield versus McIntyre, Corbin, and Lashley. Shield, they're going to kill him.
Shield.
Yeah. Becky versus Charlotte. Becky.
All day.
Then the WWE title, Daniel Bryan versus Kevin Owens.
Daniel Bryan.
Kevin Owens. I think it's going to be the opposite of what you said. You said you think Sammy's going to screw Kevin over. I think he's going to screw Bryan over. No one's is going to go back to
being a heel.
Yeah, being an asshole.
I like that because guess what they could do at WrestleMania? Kevin Owens with Sami Zayn in his corner, Daniel Bryan with Eric Rowan in his corner, and Kofi with the New Day in his corner. This makes sense. Yeah. And then Bray Wyatt comes out as nowhere, right?
And just wins the title. I'm waiting for that whole bit. He just shows up and it just takes it.
Mine. And then
the lights go out.
Gone. And that's just how
the belts just disappear.
Like, what the fuck? Mine.
Well, all of a sudden this comes out. That was not part of the show. I did not know what happened. Here's another title. Then it happens again. Okay, we're going to figure this out. I'll be right back.
Okay, so WrestleMania prediction lineup. We're not going to say who was going to win that one because it's not real. The easiest one right now is Brock Lesnar versus Seth Rollins, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
But I think it's going to be special referee. I think Roman's going to be there up because they're going to find some way to put him in the match.
I think Roman is actually going to face Dean Ambrose. I think they're going to try to do the Dean Ambrose heel turn correctly this time, and it'll turn into Dean Ambrose versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania.
Maybe. The only reason I think Roman will be the ref in the Seth match is kind of
off.
What I'm hoping doesn't happen, but I think might. I think Roman is. It's not going to be Dean. I think it's going to be Roman that turns.
That turns.
And he'll cost off the title.
God damn it!
And then Roman will want to be the one that takes it away from Lesnar, like he did the first time.
Son of a bitch.
See, you know that could happen.
Yeah.
That's very Vince like.
Yeah. Raw tag team titles. So we think Alistair
Ricochet
versus the Revival.
Yeah.
maybe another team in there or no? That's it.
I could see them throwing Hawkins and Ryder in just for the
underdog story.
Yeah, just a little underdog thing.
But Black and
or maybe even make it a fail 4-way and have Roode and Gable.
Yeah,
but
I think Black and Ricochet will win.
I think if Black and Ricochet win this week and they pin Gable and Roode, I think one of them is going to turn on the other.
Okay.
But
I could actually almost see Roode and Gable winning this Sunday, but they'll be heels afterwards. They were sort of heels this past Monday night.
Yeah.
But they could go full heel, so then they could have the tag titles as heels.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Yeah, I could see
and then still have Ricochet and Black in the match.
That's why it really sucks that Ciampa got hurt, because it could have DIY versus Revival.
Which would have been awesome.
Yeah. But Ricochet and Alistair are awesome as a team.
I
just love when Ricochet's just cutting out his random promo and then Alistair just be in the back being creepy.
It's fucking awesome. Who does Finn Balor face at WrestleMania? Are they still going to do the Bobby Lashley thing? But it's just right now.
I think Drew McIntyre. Because I think Lashley kind of faded away.
I'll say
But I still
McIntyre.
say Finn ends up keeping it till SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Because he's been good. I think that also might be, since it's Mania, maybe he does the Demon.
Yeah, I'm thinking Demon. I'll still say Bobby Lashley.
If it's Lashley, I think it's a cage or a cell match.
Yes.
And then he'll be the Demon.
And he'll definitely be the Demon. United States title?
I still say Joe versus AJ. I could even see it be a fatal 4-way. Joe Cena, AJ, Randy. Because they like to do multi-man matches. Remember that one year? It was all multi-man.
All of them. It was WrestleMania 2000.
Yeah, every match was like a 6
every single one was a fucking triple threat or
the hardcore title match that had 30 people in it.
That was crazy. Women's Tag Team Championship.
Bayley and Sasha, because they're going to keep the titles. Mm-hmm. I think against the Iconics.
I like that
one. Or the only other team I'm thinking that might be is either the NXT with Io Shirai and Kairi Sane.
That would be cool.
Or Baszler's friends.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The two other fighters, Marina Shafir and Jasmine Dukes. And then if Rousey's there, she helps them or whatever. And
I'm gonna go with Sasha and Bayley. I said it in the last few months. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it as is against Trish Stratus and Lita.
I think they're gonna save that for SummerSlam because I think Bayley and Sasha will probably hold it for a while. I mean, even if they face like a team like Iconics or Riot Squad, I think they'll still keep it for a while. And then at SummerSlam, they'll probably try to do this like a big crazy match with Trish, Lita in it, and like a couple other teams.
That'd be cool.
And then Trish and Lita win.
I could even see the Bella Twins.
Oh God, no!
I know, but I think I could see that happen.
Well, probably.
And I could actually see the Bella Twins win too.
I don't think they would. Against those two, I don't think they would. Especially because they're trying to make both of them happy now.
Right.
That's not how you do that. You don't have them lose the belts.
No. SmackDown Women's title?
I think Mandy Rose.
Yep.
I'm trying to think who she'd face. Lacey Evans.
Yes, you're right. Yes. Good call on that.
But the problem with that is I don't know who the heel is because they're both kind of bitchy.
Yeah, because I was kind of thinking her against Naomi again.
No,
like they have to pass, right?
They won't do that.
Or what about
versus Carmella, maybe?
Yeah. Or what about Sonya Deville turns on Mandy?
I don't know if they do that just because they're
for the title.
Yeah, maybe. But
no. Or fuck it. I'm saying it. Multi-person championship.
Yeah.
Of Sonya Deville, Asuka, Naomi, Lacey Evans, and Mandy Rose. You have the fatal 5-way.
Yeah, they could see that happen.
Yeah.
then either Lacey wins or Mandy somehow cheats a way to keep it.
Exactly.
Or like Sonya Deville does Nash and just lays down.
Exactly. I like that.
Yeah.
Multi-person. Women's Raw Championship. I think this is the easiest one too. Yeah.
Charlotte,
Triple threat.
Ronda.
Becky, Charlotte, Ronda. And now matches that are not for titles, but just, legends type matches, just really good storyline matches.
Triple H Batista.
Triple H Batista. I'm sorry, but Randy Orton, AJ Styles.
And then if I get the U.S. title match, then they'll find a way to make it a fail 4-way just so they don't. Because they always run into a problem when they book too many matches for the show, where if just one match runs long and it fucks everyone up.
Yeah.
I think I could see them doing a couple multi-person matches just to they'll give them their time, but just to even it out a little bit more.
Right.
Because there's rumors that they're gonna do the performances again at WrestleMania, so artists are gonna be I heard actually that girl Poppy is supposed to be
really
at WrestleMania. Then they're supposed to do, where's that again?
It is in New York.
Someone from New York was supposed to be there too. I just see them doing a couple multi-man matches. WWE title, I really think it's going to be either, like you said, everyone in the corner, or just a fatal 4-way, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, or 5-way with Mustafa Ali just there.
Yeah, I forgot about Mustafa Ali. Fuck. Another match that I think, is non-title, Miz versus Shane. With Shane being the heel. I see that happening.
Yeah.
I'm feeling that Kurt Angle's going to get a retirement match. I just don't...
That might be Drew McIntyre then. And they'll keep Bobby Lashley.
Yeah, there you go. Keep
Or Baron Corbin against Angle.
But it has to be...
Because Drew McIntyre already beat him in a retirement.
Destroyed him.
So I'm saying Baron Corbin could actually retire him.
Yeah. And it has to be in a gimmick match.
Yeah.
Maybe a last man standing.
Supposedly at Mania, Ray wants to face Andrade in the hair versus mask match.
That'd be funny. Andrade would be good with bald head, Any other matches you could think of? Any other legends that could pop out of nowhere?
Taker could randomly show up because he's
Jeff Jarrett versus The Undertaker. No.
Owen Hart versus The Undertaker.
Okay, there you go. Undertaker
versus Eddie Guerrero. And Chris Benoit.
Exactly, I was about to say.
For the European title.
I like it. I like it a lot.
I think it'll be fun. This pay-per-view will be interesting.
Oh, it will. I'm excited for Fastlane. It's going to be a good pay-per-view. It'll be good.
I was really disappointed, actually, when they gave the title back to Ronda, because I was like, yes, it's just going to be Becky versus Charlotte, so Becky beats her and gets her out of the fucking match. but no, they had to keep Charlotte in because Rick keeps bitching about it.
Fucking it up. But, that's all I got.
Yep.
I'm James.
I'm Adam.
And this is the Pup List. And we'll see you next week when Antonio Brown is a Washington Redskin.
Or still a Steeler.
That too.
Joe Flacco still sucks.